go to the calendar, skip items 1 and 2 and just go to Senate Bill number 3150. City of Kosciuszko. Bill comes to us from Senator Chazanall. I'll give you just a minute to look over it. Okay, so this is for the city of Kosciuszko. They're requesting a local option sales tax of 1%. And this will be a special election. 60% of those that live in that city would have to vote on it. And if it passes, they would tax themselves for 1 penny, 1%, to support tourism and related purposes. So we're going to have okay. So, Senator Tate, you have an amendment?
Yes, sir. I'd like to insert line 128, that there be a repeal date of July 1st, 2027.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That bill, all right, for a motion
Title sufficient to pass.
as amended.
As a
We have a motion, title sufficient to pass as amended. All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so we're going to go down to Senate Bill 3150. Senator Kirby's bill. 3151. Yes, sir. And you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Sorry.
Got to speak here. Kick it down on it,
You
Elvis.
got to aim at it, I guess. Okay, anyway. Okay, as you can see, this is authorized the Board of Supervisors of Rankin County to contribute an amount not to exceed $750,000 in county funds to Trustmark Park for economic development, tourism purposes, related purposes. Now, I'm sorry if I think I'm talking.
Get in it, get down.
Got to get right down.
There you go.
Okay.
Thank you, Elvis. Thank you very much.
I'm not from Tupelo, Mr. Anyway, the county, of course, wants to do this. There's several reasons for it. Main reason, of course, the Braves, actually, all of the Braves organization, all their minor league teams sold to a company from California, and they've made some changes in the way things are done out there. The company, a private company, owns the stadium, and honestly, it's caused a lot of problems with the new owners. Now, they're working on a contract, which I think they pretty much agreed on. But the county and the city both are going to have to put in money, basically to keep the Mississippi Braves in Mississippi. And of course, that's a great tourist attraction. I don't know how many of you have been there, but it's one of the finest things you can go to in this state. It's a place that you can actually take your 7-year-old, 8-year-old, 9-year-old daughter to a ball game, and they want to go to the concession stand. You tell them to go ahead and not have to worry about them. It's a great atmosphere. It's a great thing, and it's really important to the growth and development of Rankin County. And I appreciate the supervisors, and you'll see in a minute the city doing what they have to do to keep them here. And of course, that whole area has grown because of the Brave Stadium and, of course, Bass Pro. That was the first two things out there. And since then, of course, you've got an outlet mall, all kind of other stores there, Sam's, and a lot of other things. So it's a really fast growing area, and they know what they're doing by doing this, believe me. So I think I have an amendment.
You're recognized for your amendment.
Not typed, but I am prepared.
Oh, okay. Well, I think this says repealed on 27. Now, in the one of the things to sign the contract is they can't do 27. I mean, if you want to keep, unless you want to go through this again real soon. I think it reads, I don't have it. Do you mind reading them? Do you have it
December
ready?
31st of any year in which the minor league baseball stadium ceases to operate
Yeah,
at the stadium.
yeah, and it's when the Braves, so
it's
say when the Braves, if the Braves ever leave.
It just says minor league baseball team,
Well,
so
minor league better,
Yes.
yes. So it's changing the repealer date.
correct.
So if the Braves leave, the deal's off. So.
So
Any questions?
what year is it gonna, are you putting a repeal date on
I
the
don't
year?
know the length of the contract, so.
So 2033.
Would it be proper if the mayor, would you like to?
Current lease goes through 24. New lease would start in 25. Major League Baseball has required a minimum.
Sir, for the record, this is a Senate hearing. It's being recorded. You'll need to state your name and who you represent. Okay, you're recognized to explain it. If you'll sit in that microphone right there, if you'd like to share something.
Is it okay if the mayor does?
Absolutely, Mayor, you're recognized. We want to be helpful to you when you amend something like this and change a date. Sometimes it can cause confusion and we want to give you an opportunity to clear that up.
Yeah, I appreciate this committee recognizing me at this time. The reason that we had to put the amendment in from the original bill was we were concerned about negotiations. The contract on the current lease is up in November of 2024, right? So if we come in here and we only do 4 years and then you're trying to negotiate with a private company that's a $6 billion company out of California, they say you only have these incentives for 4 years. Are they really going to, is that going to be favorable for them? So what we're trying to do is go into the term of the lease itself instead of having to come back. That way we don't, for lack of better terms, hink the private company up Endeavor. And we have to come back every 4 years. Boards change, aldermen change, supervisors change. So we're trying to make sure that we seal the fate of the Braves through the course of this new contract. And we realize that there's some consideration by this committee, but this is a heavy lift and it's a big ask, but there's a lot of gravity involved with this as far as the Mississippi Braves are concerned.
All right, Mayor, you represent the city of Pearl. Is there anyone here that's representing the board of supervisors? Because this was unanimous consent from the board. So I know Senator Kirby represents that county. So if no one else is here, you may speak for them, Senator Kirby. Are you prepared to offer an amendment for December 31st of 2035?
I am, Mr. President. Or Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
All right, y'all heard the amendment. He wants to have a repeal date of December 31st of 2035 to give the county the opportunity and the city to operate. But this is just deals with the county, give the county the authorization to contribute $750,000 a year to help keep this ball club in the city of Pearl and in this county.
That's true. It just authorized them to do it.
So you've heard the amendment. All in favor? Any opposed? Is there a motion?
Conversation do pass, what committee? As amended.
Motion, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, let's have it. That will be reported.
All right, that's the
Okay,
case.
we're gonna call up Senate Bill number 3152, City of Pearl authorized to contribute municipal funds to minor league baseball stadium for the economic development and tourism purposes.
Thank you, Mr. President. Again, this one is the city of Pearl. The other one was the county. It's the exact same thing. And I need to offer the same amendment. Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So you want to offer, so your amendment is that this section will repeal December 31st of 2035.
Yes.
And this is being done to give the city the option to contribute $750,000 a year to the park to keep this ball club.
Yes.
Okay, just so the committee knows that this is these funds is 750,000 from each entity is 1.5 million. The sales tax revenue generated out there on just that area where the ball is 7 million a year. So it's a good return on investment for the taxpayer. So just, I'm sure if that question comes up, that's why we're doing it, because the city is doing very well with that. And you've heard the amendment. All in favor of the amendment? Any opposed? All right, for a motion.
Title sufficient do pass as amended.
All right, title sufficient do pass as amended is the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, that bill will be recorded as amended.
Thank you, Mr. President. Chairman.
President.
You're the president for helping me with that.
All right, let's call up Senate Bill 3153. City of Pearl extend the repeal on the hotel, motel, and tourism tax. So what this does is it extends, they already have this local option sales tax, and it extends it to, it's a 1% tax. And it extends it until July 1st of 2027. That's normally how the committee does it. Are there any questions about the bill? City of Pearl, since the mayor's here, you want to question anything about it? All right, is there a motion? We have a motion, title sufficient do pass. All in favor? Any opposed? I believe the ayes have it. So, Senate Bill 1791, Senate Bill 3149, and Senate Bill 3154 will stay on the schedule, but we'll not take those up today. For a motion, yes, sir.
Before, you've met the mayor, and, Jason Bowles, I need to introduce everyone to him. Jason is the president of Spectrum Capital that actually owns the Braves, which is a subsidiary of Yates Construction. So am I correct on all that? All right.
Would you like to address the committee, sir? Or-
Not unless you have a specific question.
Hey, we're glad you're here. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to your investment in in the county and in this state. We appreciate it. We're proud to have the Braves here.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Mayor, it was a pleasure to have you here as well. And would either one of you like to see take us out to the ballpark before we adjourn? Is there a motion? You've heard the motion. All in favor? Any opposed? We're adjourned.
I was at your outlet mall last week and Really?